Are we live? Yes. Yes, we are. There we go. Here we go. This is the one I'm supposed to. I was about to put it in community input. That's not the right chat to put the stream ping into. There you go. We got there's that thing. Stanley Parable. Yeah. All right. Welcome to those who have joined the stream. Welcome to those who have yet to join the stream. I need to boot up the game because I was just chilling with my friends in VC, and I knew I had to get off in like a couple of minutes because I was streaming, and it was like 7:25, and then I looked up, and then I got a Discord notification, and it was Sandella going live at 7:33, and I was like, oh, I should probably finish setting up my stream. That's kind of important. I should do that. So I'm doing that now. Few things. All right. First off, we're going to be doing the endings. From what I remember, there's probably something in Rocket League, which I'm not doing the baby ending because, gosh, like that's going to have to be a Q&A stream to get the achievement. Should get the duck ending. I would love to get the duck ending if I could figure what that is. Guess I'm inputting the time. All right. There we go. So, yeah. Hank, can you? They give it that the clock both times you booted up the game. A lot of people don't take that step seriously. They just leave the clock set at 12 and call it a day. You directly take the time to set up the clock, and I appreciate that. That's how I know you care about this experience and you're paying attention. I don't even have any way of knowing if the times you're setting are correct. Tell you what, I'll make you a deal. Since you've been so cooperative, next time you boot up the game and see the screen, just set your clock to your favorite time. Go ahead, pick whichever time you want, even if it's not the current time. You've earned it. Alright, let's get back to the video game. Oh, this was so worth it. This game is so good. Alright. Yeah, why do I have a browser capture open for this? Oh, that's the stream chat. I should probably not get rid of that. Yeah. I've been playing Sparks of Hope recently. How is that? I've played the first one. I kind of wanted to play the other ones, but I wasn't into it enough to warrant it. I weren't getting it, I felt like. Alright, let's begin the game. Alright, so endings I know we don't have yet. Escape at the mind control facility. Figuring out that code at the end of the mind control facility.
This is the story of a man named Stanley.
It is, isn't it? Is the time set? Welcome back. Yeah, it's the welcome back achievement. The time is still not set. Okay. Alright. So, we have the ending in the Rocket League thing. There's probably something more to that if we actually, like, score all the goals or something. Instead of just running into the hole and getting lost in the back rooms or whatever that was. There is the escape ending at the end of the mind control facility. There's actually finding the code at the mind control facility, which, how? There's going downstairs instead of to the elevator. There's probably something else in the, follow the narrator path. Or not the ignore the narrator path. I just don't know which one it is, though.
All of his co-workers... Oh, please. Are you really just doing this for the achievement?
No, I already got the
achievement. Click a door 5 times. Is that all that you think an achievement is worth? No.
New content!
Can't just give these merits away for such little effort.
Oh my gosh! It's new content!
You were to click the door 20 times.
Look at that!
I would say that's the kind of effort that warrants recognition.
Guys, we found new content! Oh my gosh! Can you believe it? It's new! There was probably dialogue tied to the new content thing, and I screwed it over by clicking the door 5 times.
Hello, and thank you for playing the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe. As you may know, the Stanley Parable was a video game released in 2013 on home computers. After receiving critical and
Can't
commercial
jump.
success, it was expanded upon in 2022 with the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, a reimagining of the game for
Hey, that's what
consoles
I'm playing.
and home computers. The Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe features exciting new content that broadens and expands the world of the Stanley Parable, delighting audiences the world over.
Yeah, I'm an audiences the world over. I'm delighted.
Please, step inside and see what thrilling new adventures await in The Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe.
New
Oh, well,
content.
this sounds delightful. I'm very excited to see the thrilling new Ultra Deluxe content.
So am I. Oh, I guess I can't go that way. Can I, like, step back on here? Okay.
Okay, so far it's an elevator.
I gotta try this game. Yeah,
but I'm
it's-
sure
it's-
it's
it's
just
gonna
the
be- it's
beginning of
good.
a mesmerizing adventure. Is it broken? What's going on here? Should we
where's
be
my new
moving
content?
somewhere or up?
Oh, there we go.
Yay!
Yay!
Right, finally,
New
at
content!
long last, it's on to the new content. I've never been more ready. Let's do it.
Woo! New content! You should play Superliminal. It's so good. I have played Superliminal. It is really
I have
good.
to say, initial impressions of Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, mostly tedious.
Yeah.
It's as if Oh, okay.
Oh.
Let's see
Oh,
the
new
content.
content.
Give me the content, Stanley.
Yes! New content! The jump
right.
circle.
All right, let's see. It's the jump circle.
But I can't. I can jump! Whee! I get to jump! It's new content! Look at this! It's amazing! I can't believe it! I can finally jump! This is so hype! I'm so glad I got the Ultra Deluxe version. Save some? One counts as some, right?
Is that it? Surely that's not all the new content. There has to be something else, right? Goodness. Another elevator. Stanley, I have to say, initial impressions of this game are not
One
positive.
counts as some
It's
jumps,
just
right?
Elevators and jumping. Is this what passes for exciting new content? If this is new content,
once more.
then I could just read you the whole dictionary. There's 20 hours of new content right there.
It'll be
Hell,
funny.
I could counter 30 trillion. You could put that on the box. The Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, now with over 1,000 hours of new content. And oh wait, there's more.
Yes.
Very good.
Maybe it's another jump
Yes.
circle.
I knew there had to be something else. Let's see it. I'm ready for whatever it is.
Thank you for enjoying the new content.
That's it?
Woo!
Oh, you've got to
New
be kidding
content!
me. You see, Stanley? This is what happens when greedy video game developers with no respect for their fan base rush a cheap expansion to market for no reason other than to make an easy dollar. And don't get me started on the level of craftsmanship that's gone into it. In fact, I'm looking right now at the game's achievements, and it's hard to believe one of them actually says, "Test achievement, please ignore." What quality assurance department signed off on this? I'm infuriated and I'm offended, and I intend to find these people on Twitter and hold them personally at
No! He's going to Twitter!
my fault, Stanley. I built up too much
The
anticipation.
narrator
around the new
versus
content, I'm
Elon
afraid.
Musk.
It could
Who's gonna
never have
win?
lived up to such
Battle for the ages.
expectations. If you're still with me, why don't we just reset the game, and we'll try to get back to what the Stanley Parable is really about. No frills, no gimmicks.
Yeah.
Just you and me having a great time together like always.
Okay, hear
What
me
do you
out.
say, friend?
Oh, I tried to jump on the chair. Shoot. Well. This is different.
Psst. Stanley, come over here. In the vent.
I
want to show you
Among
something.
Us reference. I'm sorry, that was entirely, that was entirely involuntary. I had no control over it. I should probably like come back at some point so I can get more of the
Okay,
jumps.
you remember how cheap and unsatisfying the new Ultra Deluxe content turned out to be? Well, it got me thinking about the past and how much better the Stanley Parable used to be. So I made something special and tucked it away here where the game's developers won't find it. Just our little secret. Take a look. I call it the Memory Zone.
Wow.
It's where I've been storing all my favorite memories
We don't get more
so
jumps?
I can
Oh, dang it.
relive the peak experiences of my life
It's the Memory
whenever I
Zone.
want. Experiences like the launch of the Stanley Parable on PC. You see, Stanley,
Aw.
doesn't the Memory Zone remind you of how wonderful Stanley Parable was before it was sullied with a cheap re-release? Remember back in October of 2013 when the game
Terrible.
originally launched? Back then, video games had
The
integrity.
la-
Back then,
awarded
it all meant
awarded to
something. Waste.
it's the Last of Us trophy. Original Stanley Parable. Aw, that's cute. Bunch of postcards. Unachievable. It is impossible to get this achievement. When is that like how much the game cost? I guess. Physical copies of the soundtrack. Can I get the achievement now? Oh, dang, I wanted it. Go outside, don't play for 5 years. Yeah. Nominee, game innovation, debut game, story. This is cute. This place seems bigger on the inside. I think it is. Yeah, because we went out to the side. Oh, yeah, no, we just couldn't see it, I guess. Perspective tricks. Aw.
And over here is where I keep reviews of the Stanley Parable. Like this stunning triumph of games journalism, 10 out of 10 from Destructoid.com. James Stephanie Sterling writes, and I quote, "Where so many games that aspire to be more than games end up less than any form of art, Stanley Parable strives and then succeeds to be every game ever created." Did you
Aw.
hear that, Stanley? Every game ever created. That's how grand and all-encompassing the original Stanley Parable was. It was literally every game ever created. It was Skyrim. It was Persona 3.
It was
all of
Persona
them.
3.
And now, it's nothing.
Aw.
It's no games at all. It isn't even the Stanley Parable anymore. It's just a husk now. A lifeless husk with an hour of new elevator content.
Ah, we hate the elevator content. Ooh, what's down here? There's zone maintenance. Let me in. Let me in. Maybe if I click on the door enough. Dang. Alright. Stanley Parable. Doors. Anime Person of the Year. The original remake. The end is never the end, is never the end, is never the end. 2 doors. Ah. Your number is 29.
Here's another moving passage, this time from GameSpot.com. The Stanley Parable is both a richly stimulating commentary
This is
on the
cute.
nature of choice in games, and one that offers
It's
some of
just
the most
him-
enjoyable,
it's just
surprising,
the
and
creators, like,
rewarding choices I've ever
being-
been confronted with in a game. 9 out of 10.
What,
Don't you
is
get
this
it,
bicycle?
Stanley? The game was perfect.
Preparing snake
it didn't
oil
need anything
salesman
else.
routine.
It didn't need
There's a
new content.
snake oil salesman routine.
It just needed to be left alone. To spend the rest of time collecting dust in the hallowed hall of beloved video game memories.
Wait. The serious room. Oh man, I wish I had my jumps now so I could go into the serious room. Look, see, you can even go into the serious room if you have a jumps. Now I feel stupid because I didn't save any of my jumps.
These were simpler times, Stanley. What I wouldn't give to go back to have it all over again. Wait, hang on. I don't recall this part of the memories before. What is it?
Steam reviews.
No. God, no. Stanley.
Oh, no.
Reviews from Steam, the online video
No,
game distributor.
not
I
Steam.
haven't looked at these in years. I can't even imagine what's been collecting down here.
You can only jump in the circle.
Surely these reviews were
I thought I
glowing
jumped
as
onto the
well,
chair.
weren't they?
Dang. Not recommended.
Honestly, I could not be bothered to play this game to full
No.
completion. The narrator is obnoxious and unfunny. with his humor and dialogue proving to be more irritating than entertaining.
No.
Unfunny! I'm not trying to be funny. I'm trying to make a serious work of art. I suppose I could write up a handful of gags to insert into the Stanley Parable, but the game is already such a densely layered web of profound philosophical insights that I can't even imagine where I'd have the
Glitch on the chair, okay. Is there something in there? Dang it. Can't go in there either.
Okay, let's see what this one says. While the idea for the game is good,
Time button, go bird.
for someone who prefers non-linear games, this preachiness gets annoying fast. Preachy? Stanley? I'm not preachy, am I?
No, you're
You
just
can tell me if I'm
preachy.
Honestly, you can. Oh, goodness. This is actually quite shocking
Finish
for
Better
me.
Call Saul. Yay,
I
finish Better
always
Call
would.
Saul.
To be honest, I had always thought of the game's dialogue
All right.
as being rather
I still
tense
haven't
to
finished
begin
Breaking
with.
Bad. I'm just
You
lazy.
can't know how much fluff I cut from the game to get it to feel as light and airy as it... Well, I always thought it did. But maybe it wasn't. Oh dear. What an awful memory to have to hold on to.
Aw.
These black marks on my otherwise unimpeachable track record. I feel like a failure. Like I let these people down.
Steam reviewers,
Perhaps
you made the Stanley Parable narrator
isn't
feel like
quite
a
as
failure.
sterling
How
as
could
I
you?
always remembered. What's this one got to say? You constantly have to stop doing anything so the narrator can catch up with his long-winded explanations of what's happening.
It's not like I just
I
did that.
wish there was a skip button. A skip button? Well, yes. Yes, I think we can do that. If I'm truly too preachy, then maybe letting you skip ahead for just a moment, surely it couldn't hurt. Not if it means we can strike these negative reviews from the record. Only positive reviews of the Stanley Parable. That's my motto today, and it's always been my
Water,
motto. I'd do
indeed.
anything for the customer, Stanley. Yes, a skip button we shall have.
Alright, do I have to hit the skip button?
And here it is. Go ahead and give it a shot. I'll pop you forward in time so that the second my incessant droning
No,
starts
I
to
like
bore
you.
with
You
just
don't wanna
the
hit
push
the-
of a
I don't wanna hit
button,
the skip
you'll
button.
have zipped right
You're
past
funny.
it. It's what the players have been asking for, and I'm very proud to have delivered. No more listening to me rambling on and on and on. No. The Stanley Parable is a game for the people. And if the people want silence, then by goodness, that's what they're going to get. Well, don't sit around waiting for me to shut up. Go ahead and make me shut up. Here, we'll pretend that I've just begun an interminable monologue, and it goes something like this. The story and the choices, or what have you, and therefore by becoming it is, so on and so forth, until inevitably...
I wanna see how long
until
he
the
actually goes
end
on if I
of
don't hit the skip
time,
button.
At which time, everything all at once, so, now you see, blah, 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 blah. We've eaten too
It's got
much and it
fist
can't be
bump
just yet.
from
No,
Sonic Forces, am I
until
recommended?
245.
I have
But
to
the logic of
play
elimination working
Sonic
backwards,
Heroes.
the
There's a
deduction
community
therefore
input
becomes
going on right
impossible
now.
to manufacture.
That's
It went on for nearly 10,000 years.
There's a
just
community input
yesterday,
going
here
on
and there,
right now
forward and back,
where you can
and
actually
never
vote
a
for me to play
minute
Sonic
before
Heroes.
lunchtime.
That's the next
Can't
game because I'm
be.
gonna try and do
It's
like as
the
many
only thing
of the
there is. How many
3Ds
billions
as I
left
can.
until so much
I did
more
Sonic
than
Hero
forever
Adventures, Sonic
ago,
Hero,
which is
or
why I
Sonic,
say
both the Sonic
the
Adventures.
story and the
And I got
choices,
Sonic Heroes
or
a while
what
ago,
have
but I
you,
haven't
and
played it
therefore,
yet,
by
so.
becoming it is, so on and so forth, until inevitably we all
Wait.
until the end of time, at which time everything all at once. So now you see,
Is he-
blah 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 blah.
Oh, he's just
blah,
he's just
We've eaten
looping.
too much, and it can't be just.
Okay.
Oh, you're back, you see. You were only frozen in time for a few minutes, but it was plenty of time for me to deliver a long, rambling monologue full of unnecessary verbal
play the Kirby games.
flourishes
I'd like to play
and
some of the
lengthy
Kirby games.
ruminations on the nature of choice in video games. Of course, I happen to believe it was perhaps one of my more profound such ruminations. Not that, of course, you need a description of it, but if I had to describe it, I'd say it was perhaps less of a rumination and more of a treatise. Or maybe a manifesto.
Are we doing this now?
Look, I'll outline it for you.
All right. Fine.
Well, there, sport. You really did catch me rambling on a bit, didn't you? But that's the power of the button. The minute I start to go off on a thoughtless display of self-absorption, it's... Okay, welcome back, Stanley. Now, I should say that the amount of time the button has been skipping through is becoming longer and longer. That last one was, well, I want to say maybe 30, 45 minutes? It's not unendurable by any means, but it's, well... Stanley, please don't push the button again.
12
It's been
hours.
12 hours. You've just been frozen
Treatise
there.
manifesto.
I don't know
Treatise
why the
manifesto.
skips are
Gotcha.
getting longer, but they're really, truly getting longer, and my God. Oh, Stanley, you're back.
Oh no.
You're back. Oh, my goodness. I have someone to talk to again. Stanley, I think it's been a week. Or 2 weeks. I've been sitting here all that time. Just sitting here. Not a single person to
Oh
speak
no.
with. And you'd think that that's just how it's always been, right? Me talking and you saying nothing. Would you think that it's exactly the same as always? Doesn't that feel like what we've already been doing?
Uh-oh.
Oh, hello. It's you. You're here again. Welcome. I have had time to think about you and about us and about everything we've
Oh,
been
it's
through.
tempting.
I've had
I'm
so
curious,
much
though.
time. I stopped keeping track after a year. Have
It's
you
been a
ever
year?
sat down in one place and not moved for one entire year? Let me describe it for you.
Oh, he left. Oh, I guess I have to just press the skip button again. Ah. Horror game. No. No.
But they didn't understand
There
the
we go.
game was never
Oh,
meant
he's
to
back.
be funny. It was meant to have a point. It was meant to speak to the human condition. But where are the jokes? Where are the jokes? They bemoaned, they screamed, they gnashed their teeth and said, entertain us. It wasn't enough. They had to leave a pathetic little thumbs down
Waiting for him
review
to realize
and
I'm
make
here.
all of their pitiful demands. But then, he's talking too much.
Back.
They said,
Ah, hey.
first, he
Did you
didn't
just watch
entertain
Fist Bump
us.
from
Now he
Zelda
went,
Forces?
shut up. It's the inconsistency. It's the lack
don't
of
blame you.
accountability. It's the unwillingness to examine with an uncompromising heart the words that they are speaking into the world. As though there were no consequences for a lack of cohesion in one's assessment of others. But of course, absolutely anyone can leave a review. So here's what we get. We get these demands that seek everything and are accountable to nothing.
Waiting
We get
for
a
him to
world
realize.
Where someone will say, oh, there should be a skip
Oh,
button.
yeah, there should be a
You
skip button.
be able to freeze Stanley in place while the narrator sits there forever and ever. We want all of this in the new Stanley Parable. We demand it. And then, because it was said, because it was spoken, now it simply has to happen.
Orbit the
Most
skip
immediate
button.
desires. Every single
Around
thing
it.
demanded by every person at every moment in time. If someone wants it, then it's a crime not to bring it into being. Have we been given to indulging every fleeting whim for no reason other than to do so? Yes! Yes!
Bump is so
It
dang
seems
good. It
that
is.
this
I like
now
Fist
the
Bump.
world we live in. It seems that we are a people living in such bleakness and discomfort with ourselves that our entertainment is now our lives. It has come to represent us. It absolutely must speak to who
At some
we
point, I
are
want
as
to come back
people,
here and
because
just start
otherwise, without
listening
our
to what he has to
entertainment,
say
we
and
have
see how
nothing.
like
Without entertainment,
every
we would
different,
have to face inward toward the cruel bleakness
like,
inside ourselves.
everything he
we
has
would
to
turn
say.
to look at our deeper
But, like,
nature and find a resounding
I gotta
emptiness
stream.
gazing back with unyielding aggression.
This new content
And
has been
so-
going on for a while.
So because of this,
Still no exit door. Nope. It just starts looping.
The end is never the end, is never the end, is never the end, is never the end.
Yes, it
is
does.
never
It does
the
just start
end, is
looping,
never
doesn't
the
it?
End is never the end, is never the end, is never the end, is never.
Oh, is it like it just starts looping as in like it's gonna get smoke detector next? Oh. That's not the smoke detector. Oh. No, I wish I'd saved the jumps. The dialogue loops? Okay. So you're supposed to just press the skip button. Aw. I think we're just supposed to skip until we can get out. This is peaceful though. This is like more. This is more zen than the Zending room. I feel. Like I'd come here to do Q&As of stuff. If we did that. Oh no, no, it burned down. No, the pretty plants. Oh god, I hate ambient horror. I hate noiseless horror. My stinking mouse likes to move on its own sometimes. Oh. Oh? Oh no. Oh, that's not good. Next stream you should play Bendy Alien Machine. Maybe. It's not that scary that the sequel came out. You have lived through time itself. You know what this reminds me of? There's an episode of Futurama where they just, like, go forward in time and then it loops around to being, like, the Big Bang again. I'm wondering if that's what's gonna happen if I press this again. I cannot press this again. Okay, well, I guess I am going to just wander out into the desert then. Yep. Well, that's the new content. Woo! New content.
All of his co-workers were
Alright,
gone.
anyways.
What could it
New
mean?
content is over. Let's go stand in the
Stanley
broom
decided to
closet.
go
That's
to the
old
meeting
content.
room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
The new content's just down through here, right? Yeah. New content!
Oh, good. You noticed my sign. Yes, I have something very
There's
exciting
more
to
new
show you.
content! There's newer new content! I don't believe this. It's inconceivable. It's indescribable. It is incomprehensible. It is inflammable. It is intriguing. It is interactive. It is incapable of coming up with new words that start with N. I'm gonna guess. The new content.
You see, Stanley, I've been
The new
reflecting on
content
the
is more
Stanley
jump
Parable
circle.
and about how roundly disappointing this ultra deluxe version has turned out to be. The original Stanley Parable was a landmark, and any new content for it should
Went to the
live
end
up
of time, had to
that
do a broom closet,
legacy.
but it's got
So
distracted
to
by the
take
end
this
of the
ultra
neon
deluxe
sign.
nonsense, I say we take it
Whoa.
one step even further. Which is why I'm very proud to announce
Oh.
for the first time ever, the Stanley Parable 2.
The Stanley Parable 2! Oh my
Yes, you
gosh.
see, isn't this far superior to a measly re-release with a few
Two.
minor additions? Think of all the new territory we'll cover with a fully fledged sequel. An entirely new experience, built from the ground
Windows
up.
photo.
Why, there are so many possibilities. It could go in so many different directions. This is what fans have truly been asking for.
Yes! I'd like to see if they actually do this. They're back. Two
Calling it the
doors.
Stanley Parable 2 is just so much catchier than Ultra
I know
Deluxe
this is probably a
versions.
meme, but like,
Ultra Deluxe? What does it even mean? But the Stanley Parable 2, now that's an artistic
if it's two,
statement
imagine it's
right
real.
there. It's future-oriented.
Oh my
It
gosh,
screams
imagine if it- could it actually be
progress and
two-player?
innovation and long-term franchising
It's
potential.
shut up.
Now, to be clear, I haven't
You
quite
can't do
nailed
this to
down
me, I'm
what
gullible.
exactly the Stanley Parable 2 is going to be, but let's
The
take a
prequel
look
to the
at some
Stanley
of the
Parable
features I've
2
been
is the
developing for
sequel
it.
to the
I
Stanley
figure
Parable
that
is
if I
the
can loosely
prequel to this.
organize
Okay.
a handful of interesting concepts, that surely the game will sort of naturally spring up around them. It'll all work itself out.
New
Game
features.
development is much more of a fuzzy magic than
New
anything
content.
scientific or logical, really.
I like new content. That's why I went down the new content door twice. Because it's still new, right? I like that. That's cute.
Here we are. Go on.
The
Try out some of the new
reinsurance
features.
bucket. No screenshots.
Okay, I'll be honest, I haven't yet decided on this one. I think that in the new version, the office could use a bit of decoration.
You can't tell me what to do.
balloons. But I'm undecided on Get Well Someday and Happy 12th Birthday. Which would you go with?
Do I have to like pick? Oh no, there's a okay. I like Get Well Someday. That's funny.
You know, sometimes when you solicit another person's opinion, it makes you realize
No!
that you knew which one you actually really wanted all along. Happy 12th birthday, step-niece it is.
Dang it.
Or actually...
Bucket
maybe
changes
I should have
everything. It
gone
does!
with- No, no, I've made
Very
my
new and easy
decision, we're
achievement. I
moving on.
can't believe it's that simple. Get it here. Wow. Pull the lever, receive your achievement. No more steps. The great thing about this is it just all this
Now,
it
here's
just
something
works.
special. You remember that broken test achievement that got left in the game on accident? Well, I'm developing a technology to simply
Test
give you
achievement
the achievement.
unachieved.
Yes. You see, you'll come to this lever, and when you pull it... Okay, perhaps I should have clarified. This is technology that will
No.
exist. Right now, the achievement is still fully broken. I'm not a wizard, Stanley, but
I can see the
guarantee it
achievement
will
coming
be
down
fixed in the
further, I
sequel
think.
To at last
I want it.
satisfy the hordes of ravenous fans all over the world who have been uproariously
Come on,
demanding
give it.
this feature. Gamers, we hear you, and I promise it will happen.
I want it. We're gonna leave now. There's a certain I thought I heard it open. There's a certain point where I want to just keep doing things for as long as possible and see if it works. And I realize, no, I have to make content that people want to watch. That's kind of what I do right now. That's kind of the purpose to me doing this.
What else? What other
The new
exhibits
jump
haven't we
circle.
seen yet? You know what, Stanley? I actually think the jump circle
I
is
only
a
have
pretty
one
good
jump left
idea.
still.
I'd like to hang on to that for the sequel.
That was such a good idea. Saving the one jump. I told you. I told you. Alright, let's go to the reassurance bucket. Infinite hole. It won't end. Collectibles. Let's go to the, oh, merch. The button that says the name of the player that is playing the game. Alright, well, either this is gonna, like, reveal my name to the public, which has already been kind of revealed, or it's going to do
For the
absolutely
Stanley
nothing.
Parable 2, I asked myself, what do players really want?
Too big, too small, just
And of
right.
course, the first and most obvious answer is that they want to be individually
Imagine it says,
recognized and validated as
my
people.
Steam user.
So with that in mind, my first addition to the game is this button which speaks the name of the person playing the game. Isn't that wonderful?
Jim.
Sorry, I should have clarified. Right now, the button only says the name Jim. But of course, in the final game, this button will say your name.
I'm
whatever
sorry,
name that
but
is.
it's technically
Here,
right,
let's have
and
you
that's what makes it
role-play as
funnier.
Jim to really simulate the full experience of this feature. Just
Yes,
carry on.
I am
promise
Jim.
You'll love it.
I
Here we go.
Jim.
Let's take a deep breath, clear your
I
mind,
do Jim things.
forget whoever you are, and simply become a person named Jim.
I am a person named
I
Jim.
want you to imagine.
Jim.
Whoa, hold
I'm
on.
Jim.
I wasn't
Oh.
finished setting up the backstory. If you don't properly roleplay as Jim, then you'll never
Shut up,
understand the
shut up. I wanna
impact of
press
this
the Jim button again.
Otherwise, it's just a stupid button that says somebody else's name. Okay, we're doing it again, and this time let me
Shut up!
finish
I'm pressing the
first.
Jim button again.
Now, allow yourself to
Shut
become
up!
Jim.
Shut up! I'm gonna press the Jim button.
All right, fine, whatever. It's just a meaningless button that says Jim. Are you happy now? Get out of here. I'm done with this button.
I would-
Why don't you go?
I would
humiliate
buy a
me in
button
front of
that just says
different
Jim.
feature that I worked very hard on.
Jim.
See, if you'd only played along, that would have been your name the button says. But no.
Jim.
Instead,
Jim.
oh,
Jim.
I can't even
Jim.
think about
Jim.
it. I'm taking the Jim button away.
Jim.
No! No! The Jim button! No! Come back! No!
Jim. Jim.
Jim! You're a monster. How dare you? You took the Jim button from us. This shall not go unpunished. Can I press this button for the Jim button? Dang it. No. I want the Jim button. Can I go through here and find the Jim button again? Dang it. Not the Jim button. The Jim button shall be avenged.
Maybe I'll only let people named Jim play the Stanley Parable 2. They would appreciate
No
what I've
screenshots,
created
huh?
Here.
The baby is all grown up. I'm taking screenshots and it can't stop me. Button that says the name of the player that's playing the game. Jump, circle, infinite hole. We didn't do the bucket yet. Let's do the bucket. Stanley Parable 2, The Quest for the Gym button. We have to find it.
A
We
common
have to.
complaint of the Stanley Parable was that it was confusing and paradoxical, that it engendered a chaotic sense of reckless despair in those who played it. Well, I am happy to say that after much consideration, I've engineered a clever solution to this fundamental problem with the game. It's the Stanley Parable Reassurance Bucket. You see, Stanley, anytime you're holding the bucket, a sense of calm and ease will fill your mind and your heart. It's true. As long as you hold on to the bucket, the many disorienting
me the bucket.
contradictions of the Stanley Parable will feel perfectly normal and perhaps even comforting. You may even come to long for the gentle embrace of jarring cognitive dissonance while the bucket is in your arms.
How do I get the
And to
bucket?
be honest, it's a much more
It has a
convenient
reticle, so I have to be able to
solution
get
for me
it.
than actually redesigning the game to be less uncomfortable. Can you imagine what a pain in the ass that would be? Yes, the bucket is the perfect solution.
I want the bucket.
Come on,
Bucket.
give it a try. Can you feel it?
Yes.
The glow of
I feel the
comfort,
bucket.
even in the face
go for
of
now. All right, see ya.
crushing despair, must
Good having
already
you.
be sweeping through your body. And in fact, can I say that I do believe the bucket lends you an air of charisma as well?
Oh, why, thank you.
I think that just holding it has made you the slightest bit more attractive as a person.
I got the bucket.
The benefits of the bucket seem to go on and on, don't they? All this and more await you in the Stanley Parable 2.
All right, we got the bucket. Cool. Let's go down the infinite hole. Now that we have the reassurance bucket, that's
Does anyone give out a
exclusive
award
the
for
button that says
most
gym.
enjoyable bucket in a video game? That really should be an award if it isn't already.
Oh, we didn't do collectibles. We got to do collectibles first, and then we do the infinite hole that won't end. Show me collectibles. Can you find them? Can you? Can you find them? Collect them all? Can you find them?
Ah, collectibles. Now it's a real video game. In the Stanley Parable 2, you'll run around gathering up these miniature Stanley figurines. And what's truly innovative is that there will be no reward for collecting all of them. I don't want to stifle the intrinsic joy of
I don't
watching
like
a
the
number
fresca,
go up. You simply
or the
collect all
mannequins.
of them, and then you move the hell on with your unremarkable life.
Give. I got it. There's 6 of them. Oh, okay. Okay. Guess there's not any more.
God, it really is the worst when you collect everything in a video game and then they give you a big fancy reward for it. Absolutely tragic.
Wonder if I can press the lever with the bucket. Infinite in quotes? No! It has to be an infinite hole. He said it. Let me come back here and see if I can flip it with the bucket and see if it'll work then. The bucket won't help. Dang it. Alright, well. In that case, let's just go down the hole that might not be infinite. We don't know yet. Also, is that the only Stanley collectible? Because... Wait, that's, oh, alright, that's the happy 12th birthday niece or whatever. Alright. No introduction for the infinite hole?
Stanley,
Oh,
here's
there we
an
go.
idea that I'm truly fond of. It's never been done before in a video game. This is, in fact, a hole that you can fall down forever. That's right. Infinite falling. You can fall until the end of time, if you like. A stunning leap forward for video games as a medium.
Alright. Let us fall down the infinite hole.
You see, isn't it wonderful?
It is.
One of my more ingenious concoctions, if I do say so. Now then, since you've gotten to see the infinite hole, you can press the teleport button to pop back up to the top, and we can continue onward.
Nah, I feel good.
Now, I don't mean to be a bummer, but I do recommend you use the teleport button to go back to the top. Maybe do it on the sooner rather than later spectrum of things.
I wonder if the infinite hole isn't actually infinite.
Okay, Stanley. I don't know quite how to say this tactfully, but it's possible that I slightly exaggerated the infinite nature of the
What?
hole.
No way.
Is it a very, very deep hole? To be certain it is. It's an extremely deep hole. I don't want anyone to say that it isn't an astonishingly deep hole. It is. Is it infinite?
Is the thing at the
that
top
sort of
gonna...
depends on your definition of infinity. From one perspective, the infinite is merely philosophical in nature. It's more of a...
Oh.
Okay, well, good for you. You found the bottom of the hole.
I did.
You found me out, Stanley.
Meeting
I'm a
at
liar
2
and
p.m.
cheat, and you're so clever.
2,
Look,
I get it.
I think the issue here is just that you're unusually fascinated by
For every
falling.
every pause button is a
What
Roman
normal
numeral
person
2.
actually wants to fall infinite.
Just the two of
The
us.
hole was as deep as anyone would
can
actually
make it
need.
if
Don't
we
you put this
try.
on me. Maybe you're the problem. Look, things got a little heated there. I think we both said some things we didn't mean. Why don't we just put all this behind us and agree to just call the hole mostly infinite?
Yeah, it's a mostly
If that
infinite
works
hole.
for you, then go ahead and press the teleport button to warp up to the top of the hole and we can move on.
I'm good.
I'll just be up here when you're ready.
I don't know if he's not gonna...
Great.
Fine.
Now, I'm very excited to show you even more of my ideas for the sequel.
Well,
Oh, for heaven's You see, I was right. The problem is you. The problem is that you like holes too much. Not normal. A normal person would have said, yep, that's an infinite hole right there. Goes on forever till the end of time. Don't need to see it all, but not you. Oh, no, 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 no. You have a weird sort of... Oh. Did the hole seem even shorter to you
No.
this time? I couldn't help but feel like you spent a little less time in there than you did before. I mean, admittedly, I didn't make an infinite hole, but I didn't think it was that not infinite. Well, I
but
suppose once again there's
but it's
nothing
supposed
do
to be
here.
infinite.
If you decide you've had enough of the hole, you can hit the teleport button and come join me up above. Had enough? I'm positively thrilled. Gosh, how could I have guessed? You're back in the hole. If this starts to become a thing where... Wow. Okay. Yeah.
cigarettes, I didn't
I'm
catch that.
starting to become extremely certain that the hole is not only not infinite, but that it's growing steadily less and less infinite. I suspect that I'm starting to hit the point where it's no longer feasible to
No.
call the hole infinitely deep, even by the lax overall standards for
I'm expecting,
accountability and
like-
marketing. What's going on here? Stanley,
I'm half
I
expecting
have
to
no
see, like, if
explanation
you
for
go
the
all the way up
uncertain
back to the
nature of
top,
the
it'll, like,
hole's length.
slowly start
Yeah,
saying, like, the hole is
let's try
increasingly
something.
less infinite or
Let's
something.
pop back up to the top, and we'll see if it gets any shorter.
Yeah, let's
Oh,
see.
there it is.
No.
The shame of my life. How is this still appealing to you? I know you're obsessed
Yeah, I'm
with
in the
holes,
hole.
but at this depth, I just can't see this scratching the itch. Oh, who am I to judge?
I like the hole.
You just do whatever it is you're here to do and hit the teleport button when you're ready to move on.
What?
Is the,
No.
teleport
No, you
button
can't get
not
out.
working?
No.
You sure?
What?
Well, I really don't have an explanation. Still nothing? Well, I suppose there is one thing I can do to fix this. I'm out. Goodbye, Stanley.
What?
You couldn't bear to be away from the hole, and now you'll get more time with it than you could ever have asked for. It's a win for everyone.
Oh.
You get to be with the hole, I get to do literally anything else.
What? You,
Take care,
like,
Stanley.
I was told to keep jumping
I hope you
in.
and the
I
hole
assumed I could
have a wonderful
just keep
rest.
jumping in. And then, oh. I have this bucket, can I stand on it? I don't like the noise. There is the mostly infinite hole. Is there nothing else? Oh. Ooh. It goes down. The hole goes down. Is this new content? Even newer content than before? Perhaps, perchance? Or possibly? Hee horror game. No, you're lying. Like, I'll fall for it twice. Oh. The infinite hole. I like that. I like that. I like that a lot. Oh yeah, groovy. We like this music. Can we go back to groovy? I want groovy again. How do we get to groovy? There's too many music tracks. Is it a horror game? Did I not? Yeah, you did, but like, change yourself. Whoa! Whoa! It's just, that's good. He just appeared. Buff Stanley. Oh, that's from something, I feel like. Ooh, that's, Ryan Reynolds. That's,
Stanley?
Stanley?
Stanley!
What?
Oh, good, you're awake. It seems you had sort of dozed off there, drifting away into dreamland. But we can't have that, Stanley, because this hole is just so darn fascinating that I want you to be wide awake for every second of it. You don't want to miss
It was
a
all a
single
dream.
moment.
It was never
So
real.
How about if I just pop in from time to time and
Stanley
wake you up
legs
to
cannot
keep
hurt you.
really, truly focused on the hole. From the looks of things, you and I will have many, many years here in this hole.
Please don't have the
And I'm
teleport button
looking
just
forward
comes,
to all of them.
just like a pops
Stay
on
alert,
screen.
Stanley. I'll be back. Toodle pip.
Oh? Is he gonna keep looping or? Oh. Alright.
Here we are. Go on. Try out some of the new features.
Try out some of the new features. That's new. How do we? Where's? I want to find the exit now because we did the whole ending. The mostly infinite hole. Fine, it ended. Setting his world a champion. There's a. Is there an option here that I can click that'll? Dang it. I was hoping there was an... Let's go down the area that says that's new. Put them to the max. There's... What do I not have? Oh, I know what I... Oh. Oh, no. Oh, like this? Oh, jeez. Oh, no. Oh, this is it. This. Oh, no, it's not. It's a 9. Oh, there we go. First-person shooter. Oh, jeez. Like all like this. Just click all the buttons, basically. Okay, we can reset. Good. Why not? What am I missing? Oh. There we go. Alright. What am I missing? There's more! Ah. Is that it? Oh gosh, I can't. Oh geez. I can't. I can't control anything. Is. Joe's favorite. All right. Well, I guess it's Joe's favorite. Jeez, that's so. Oh my gosh. It should work. Wait, Windows. you. I don't think you can fully understand how disorienting this is to play right now. Is it because simplified controls are on? Set them to its possible boundaries. What do you mean by that? Set what to its possible boundary? It's like the lowest? All the possible things there is. I did though. Oh. Like each individual like field of view. Okay. Like this. Gotcha. This is the kind of content that you guys come to see on the Casual Cap Skips YouTube channel.
This
Is it not? I mean, settings world champion achievement unlocked. But then why can't I go into the settings world champion door? Reload the, like this? I don't want to do that if that's gonna screw it. Screw with it. Like I don't want to begin the game again if that's gonna like put me all the way back to the beginning. I'm gonna have to play through it with all the garbage settings. I don't know. All right, well let's see. Epic.
all of his co-workers
Oh
were gone.
jeez.
What could it mean? Stanley decided
Okay.
to go to the
Well,
meeting room. Perhaps he had simply
Let's see if we
missed
can
a
make it to
memo.
the new content. New content. Yep.
Oh, good. You notice my sign. Yes, I have something very exciting to show you.
Gosh, I can't play this. Oh, we're gonna have to walk through the entire Stanley Parable 2 office building too, aren't we? Unless it just spawns us into Stanley Parable 2 promenade, which I would hope it doesn't. Awesome. All right, well, I want to see the description for the settings world champion
You see,
achievement.
Stanley, I've been
Set
reflecting
all
on the Stanley
settings
Parable
sliders in the menu that
and
are
about
available.
how
Okay,
roundly
in that
disappointing
case,
this ultra deluxe version has turned out.
Good.
To be the original Stanley
um,
Parable.
That was not changed. Wait, this first-person shooter is second-person shooter. I like that.
Was a landmark, and any new content for it should live up to that legacy.
I turned off the subtitles. I'll figure it out eventually.
So forget this ultra deluxe nonsense. I say we take it one step even further. Which is why
All right.
I'm very proud
Let's go to the
announce
Settings
for
World
the
Champion
first
door.
time ever, the Stanley Parable 2.
The Stanley Parable 2.
Yes, you see, isn't this far superior to a
Alright,
measly
let's see if we can
re-release
speedrun.
with a
Quarter
few
cutting,
minor
bunny hopping.
additions?
I wish I
Think of
could
all the new
actually
territory
jump,
we'll
though.
cover with a fully fledged sequel. An entirely new experience, built from the ground up. Why, there are so many possibilities.
Corner cutting.
It could go
Just
in
go as
so many
fast as
different
possible. I
directions.
can't sprint,
This
but if I could,
is
I
what
would.
fans have truly been asking for.
This way to the show
Now, to be
floor.
clear, I haven't quite nailed down what exactly the Stanley Parable 2 is going to be, but let's take a look at some of the features I've been developing for it. I figure that if I can loosely organize a
All right,
handful
Stanley
of
Parable
interesting
2.
concepts, that surely the game will sort
The
of
settings,
naturally
world champion
spring
door. It's
up
right up
around
there.
them.
We gotta go
Here
get to
we
it.
are. Go on, try out some of the new features.
And we'll hope it actually opens this time. And if it doesn't, dang it. But if it does, haha, yes. My commentary is dwindling. It has been an hour. This is not good. Yes!
Aha! I can
I
see
did
you've
it!
gotten the settings
I'm
world
great
champion
job! I'm the
achievement.
champion
Well
of setting all the
done.
sliders
You've
to their possible
experienced
numbers.
every
Please enjoy
setting.
this room. It is your
Travel
room was
to
made just
all
for you.
corners of the settings
Yay!
menu. There's nothing you haven't seen. So, just for you, in the Stanley Parable 2,
A new
I'm
setting?
including an entirely new setting, something called bumpscosity. What exactly is bumpscosity? Well, I haven't quite figured that part out yet, but I just know that you'll be able to adjust it on some sort of slider, and that it'll be available from the settings menu. We'll sort the rest of the details out later. I hope you're looking forward to trying out every level of bumpscosity.
They will never
in
set the
Stanley Parable
sliders to
2.
every possible setting. Oh, they knew what they were doing. Alright, well that was certainly new. But we never went into here. What was this new? This was new. Epilogue. An epilogue? Oh, wait, hold on.
An epilogue would be fun, wouldn't it, Stanley?
Yeah.
Yes, it will go at the end of the, well, we'll figure that out later.
He has to figure out which ending it would be. Because the end is never the end, 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 is never the end. Where's the exit? Here it is.
Calling it the Stanley Parable 2 is just so much catchier than Ultra Deluxe, don't you think? Ultra Deluxe? What does it even mean? But the Stanley Parable 2, now that's an artistic statement right there. All right, have you seen everything you wanted to? Ready to move on now?
I never went to get the bucket again, but like I don't want to have to sit and wait for it to drop down from the sky. Please, no screenshots.
So, Stanley, what do you think? Do you like all of the new features? Yes, I know it's not exactly clear yet how exactly these features will come together as one single coherent video game, but I can feel it in my soul. It's going to work. There's definitely a good game in there somewhere. Say, let's do an experiment. I'll arrange these new features together, and we'll see whether or not
Ooh.
it
Press
coheres
F12.
into
Yeah,
a
I know, he said no
meaningful
screenshots, so, like-
gameplay experience.
There we go.
Okay. Are you ready?
Yes.
Here it is. I give you the Stanley Parable 2.
Wow.
I mean, there's potential here, right? It's sort of...
We get the jump
Okay,
circle, we
never
get the
mind.
infinite hole, we get the bucket,
Hold
we get the
on. Let me do a
collectibles.
different arrangement. Okay, yes, this is much better. I feel good about this. Here we go. Version 2. Who am I
Screenshot,
kidding,
though.
Stanley? This isn't a coherent video game at all. It's a lot of gags. And I do very much enjoy creating gags, but they don't add up to anything. I wanted more than anything to create a sequel.
I wanna climb
that
on the
would
chair so I
capture
can get
all
on top of the
magic
things
of
I
the
can on the
first
middle.
game. I wanted fans to love it. No matter how good these gags are, they won't stand on their own. They would need the structure and the gameplay of the original. Wait, maybe that's it. I can take the original Stanley Parable and simply, well, insert a few of my new features into it. Peacefully, of course. With respect. With care for the vision and integrity of the original game. Would it possibly work? I suppose it could. But it would need a really, really tremendous title screen. A title screen that says with bold and uncompromising conviction, "This is the Stanley Parable 2. Let me see if I can whip something up. All right, perfect. Go ahead. Take a look.
This is say Oh. This is the Stanley Parable too. Interesting. I thought it was just gonna be big bold text that says,
This is
the
story of
Stanley
a man
Parable
named
2.
Stanley. Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was employee number 427.
The Stepnice balloons.
Employee number 427's job was simple. He sat at his desk in room 427 and he pushed buttons on a keyboard. Orders came to him through a monitor on his desk, telling him what buttons
Wondering
to
if there's anything
push,
else new here.
how long to push them, and in what order. This is what employee
Poggable.
427 did every day of every month.
It is truly pog-worthy.
And although others might have considered it soul-rending, Stanley relished every moment that
Wonder what
the
the
orders came.
keyboard actually says there.
Though he had been made exactly for this job. And Stanley was happy. And then one day, something very peculiar happened.
The Stanley Parable 2.
Something that would forever change Stanley.
Ooh.
Something he would never
2.
quite forget. He had been at his desk for nearly an hour when he realized that not one single order
I think
had
the gag
arrived
here
on the
is
monitor for him to follow. No one had
we're already
showed
playing
up
the
to give
Stanley
him
Parable 2.
instructions, call a meeting, or even say hi. Never in all his years at the company had this happened. This complete isolation. Something was very clearly wrong. Shocked, frozen solid, Stanley found himself unable to move for the longest time. But as he came to his wits and regained his senses, he got up from his desk
Can you
and
pop the
all
balloons?
of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to
Dang
go to
it.
the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
The bucket!
Stanley picked up the bucket.
That he certainly did. Alright. I'm wondering if we can do the escape room. Or not the escape room, but the
Stanley clutched the
Mind
bucket
control
tightly to his
next.
chest and entered the door on his left.
I have my bucket. I need nothing else.
Still no one was here. Stanley needed the bucket's warmth and comfort now more than ever. Perhaps his boss's office was where he'd find answers.
Oh, Stanley, can you feel it? The broom closet. It wants the bucket. You can feel that, can't you? The aura of jealousy.
Oh, yeah,
It's as clear
I
as
feel
day.
it.
This broom closet believes it deserves the
No.
bucket. I can really
Broom
feel
closet
it
gets
now.
no bucket.
It's a bucket. It belongs in a...
Coming to a staircase,
I looked it up,
Stanley
you
and
can't.
the bucket walked upstairs to
Can't
the
what?
boss's office.
Can't do the like mind control. There's no code for it. We could do red light or escape. One of the two would work. All right. Now question, do which one do you guys want to see more? Red light or escape? We go down here or we go up there and we do the or we do the like go through the escape door instead of the mind control door. I think this one since it's closer, but oh, there's no code. Aw, dang. Alright, I think red door. The Stanley Parable trophy!
You found one of them. One of the miniature Stanley figurines. Remember, no reward for collecting all of these.
I have to collect
only
all of
the
these.
Intrinsic pleasure of a job well done. You can't buy
Wait,
that
shoot.
sort of happiness, Stanley. God knows I've tried. So, I implore you to savor each and every moment you come across one of these beautiful figurines.
Sorry, hold on. Did it just lag? Okay. Sorry, alright, anyways. We got it. We got the other figurine. And then for some reason my live play crashed, so
But Stanley just couldn't do it. He considered the possibility of facing his boss, admitting he had left his post during work hours. He might be fired for that.
Ooh,
and in
exit.
such a competitive economy, why had he taken that risk? All because he believed everyone had vanished.
Wait a minute.
His boss would think he was crazy. And then something occurred to Stanley. Maybe, he thought to himself, maybe I am crazy. He looked down at the bucket in his arms. Am I crazy? He asked the bucket. The bucket returned his gaze, but said nothing at all. That's strange, Stanley thought. Usually the bucket is a source of guidance and wisdom for me in difficult times such as these. He held the bucket close, yet felt none of its familiar reassurance and comfort. And that's when Stanley realized, this isn't my bucket. It's just a normal, everyday bucket. Someone else's bucket, perhaps. How did I end up with someone else's bucket? This is all terribly wrong. Surely no good would come from this. Who knows what sorts of bizarre hallucinations Stanley might experience without the psychologically grounding presence of his bucket. And indeed, now he noticed the rooms were repeating, which was, of course, very odd. And now he felt himself floating off the ground. Oh, gracious, he exclaimed. Without my bucket, I've gone truly mad. Where is it? I must find it. Far off in the distance now, he heard it.
The bucket.
Stanley,
We gotta find the bucket
Stanley,
from the
it's
Terraria
me,
video.
The bucket.
It's the bucket.
Could it truly be? He rushed forward from room to room, passing by one bucket after the next. None of them were his. None of them were his special
so
bucket.
many buckets.
Come to me, Stanley. Find me.
Fix
he had
the
to
bucket.
find the bucket. He had to return to his old friend. It was the only way to truly
This is gonna
restore
be
his
full of
sanity.
buckets
And
at
then
some point.
suddenly, he froze dead in his tracks. He knew where the voice of the bucket had been coming from. The real bucket was inside of him all along. It was incredibly painful. Stanley doubled over in agony and blacked out.
I get it. Okay, that's good. It's like the real bucket was the friends we made along the way.
This is a story of a woman named Mariella.
Wait, what? That's not Stanley.
Mariella woke up on a day like any other. She arose, got dressed, picked up her bucket of comfort and security, and walked to her place of work. But on this particular day, her walk was interrupted by the body of a man who had stumbled through town, talking and screaming to himself, and then collapsed dead on the sidewalk. Right away, she knew what the problem was.
He didn't have the bucket?
This man
Yeah.
had no bucket. Of course he'd gone mad, ranting and raving about a narrator describing all of his actions and how everything is predetermined and free will is an illusion and it's all just a video game. It could all have been prevented if only he'd taken his bucket with him. Perhaps he didn't even realize he'd forgotten his bucket at home in the first place. How cruel the world can be, Mariella thought, and she hugged her own bucket even tighter. But of course, she had no time for this. There were a myriad of confusing problems she would soon have to confront at work, for which her bucket would provide absolute guidance and total clarity on everything. Heck yes, she thought to herself, my life kicks ass. And she backflipped all the way to work.
I like this game. I like this game a lot. Alright. Let's, so we did Red Room, let's do Escape now.
All of his co-workers.
And do we bring the
gone.
bucket?
What could it mean? Stanley decided
It's
to go to the
tempting.
meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
It's very tempting to bring the bucket. Although I do also need to look for all the collectibles, so, you know, we gotta deal with that. Let's, turn off all the computers, actually. Input received. Okay. Bucket? Okay, we're bringing the bucket.
Stanley lifted the bucket into his arms, and a wave of comfort rushed over him. Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his
escape
chest
room, let's
and
go.
entered the door on his left.
Go to the meeting room for hints. Really? You don't say. There will be a reward for finding all of them. Stop kidding. What do we know? Small funding orders. We've synergized our resources to ensure their retrieval. There are many questions. There was no memo from management. Maybe we are the collectibles. Clues, my clues.jpg. Follow clues provided by employee 416. Red room. Okay, so we got red room. Thank you, good luck. Okay. Inside of a sequel exhibit, stairs. Something to do with stairs. Someplace both red and blue. Okay, the doors. The fireplace. Private but smelly place for an important person. Okay. Large room, lots of boxes. Alright, the buckets, I don't know. Okay, so I know... Alright. Looks like 427. Okay. So this and this are both go to the place we're already going. I don't know where the boxes are. That's what I don't get. And then the red and blue, that's the doors. Trust the completionist instinct. Don't worry, I already do. Is there anything else? Warehouse access point. Produce one plank to allow ease of access past the fence. Construct bridge to allow collection of shiny float. Retrieve Chris's remains from the warehouse floor. Construct structurally new bridge. That's alright. Alright, rip Chris. We need more planks. What would they tell us? Something will happen. Weird spinning figures. Fireplace and boss office. Yes, fireplace and boss office and the toilet. So those
Coming to a staircase, Stanley and the bucket walked upstairs to
those two spots. I don't know about the boxes though. Hey, look, executive bathroom. It's right. Bingo.
Another miniature Stanley figurine. This,
Yeah.
You know, there really must be a snappier name for these things. What about mini stands?
Yeah, mini
Stanley
stands.
figs. Oh,
Box room is the
what
one with the
about
lift.
Stanlerines. Yes, I think I like that.
Yes,
Another
Stanlerines.
Stanlerine under your belt.
Because the boss knows, then what the boss says goes. If the boss suffers losses, then that's what the boss chose. Oh. Or he tricks you with a happy light. Oh. Right.
Stepping into his
So that's
manager's
two.
office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Crushed by the weight of this revelation, Stanley may have broken down into an emotional dumpster fire, if not for the soothing presence of the bucket. Even now, in his darkest of hours, did
Fireplace?
the bucket's warmth and guiding light pierce the dark clouds of confusion and chaos.
No!
It
I know
would
where it
be
is!
with
It's
him
the baby!
always.
The baby
The
room!
bucket would. And he knew it.
That's where it is!
The two of them were inseparable. At this point, Stanley was so absorbed in the tender spiritual connection he shared with the bucket that he didn't notice the keypad behind the boss's desk. Nor in his bliss of simply
2,
being near
8,
the bucket
4,
did he
5?
have any notion that but Stanley
Yes!
guessed the correct code by sheer luck. Was it that the bucket knew all
You already got that?
Was the bucket guiding
No, I
him?
didn't. Not the one with the
Yes,
baby.
This is certainly the most logical explanation.
Aha! Never
Maybe
mind.
I'm going back to the name of these little Stanley figurines, and now I'm torn between Stanlerines and Figlies. What do you think?
I like
Stanley?
Figley.
What name better encapsulates the intrinsic sense of happiness that you get from seeing a small number in the corner of your screen go up by 1? Let me sit on it. I'm sure it will come to me.
The opposite direction of where you're supposed to go. Right? Go right? What do you mean? Yeah, I got it. The one over here, yeah. So boxes, so that's the lift room. 2 doors. So that's also the lift room. I just don't know if we can. No, we probably can't make it to both. Maybe we can, I'm unsure. Yeah, never mind, I'm dumb. Gotcha. Alright. I think we do escape next.
The elevator raced downward, plummeting towards an unknown fate. It would be all Stanley could do to keep himself together, if not for the bucket.
Nope.
Soothing him, comforting him, reassuring
Wait,
that in
yeah,
this
what-
darkest moment of
Are you
uncertainty,
behind,
he
maybe?
would be
Like,
all right.
on the stream?
The bucket is here for you, Stanley.
Because you said something about, like,
Everything
go
will be fine.
right, and I'm assuming that was maybe you were behind? I can't tell.
Stanley and the bucket walked straight ahead through the large door that read,
You can do both of
Mind
those at the same
Control
time. Yeah,
Facility.
okay. Okay, that's what you meant. Okay. Escape, escape.
Although this passageway had the word escape written on it, the truth was that at the end of this hall, Stanley and the bucket would both meet a violent death.
Oh, okay.
The door
Lift.
behind them was not shut. Stanley and the bucket still had
Why is my
every
computer
opportunity
running
to
so
turn
loud?
around and get back on track.
No.
At this point, Stanley and the bucket were knowingly walking forward into a very painful death for each of them.
The bucket. Oh, that looks promising. I think I am. Oh. Oh, fun.
As the machine whirred into motion and Stanley and the bucket inched
I hate
closer
Garfield
together,
Kart.
Stanley
Did you rage
reflected on
quit?
how meaningless the bucket's warmth and comfort had turned out to be.
You rage quit Garfield
It
Kart to
puts
come watch
the
my
mind and
stream.
the soul at ease to embrace the bucket. But what use is a sense of ease when you're about
Rip
to be
Stan.
crushed to death?
He failed
This is
Garfield
what
Kart.
Stanley thought to himself, and he sort of kicked himself for wasting so much time carrying a bucket everywhere.
All right.
Farewell, Stanley.
Farewell, narrator. Huh?
Farewell, Stanley, cried the narrator,
What?
as Stanley and the bucket were led helplessly into the
bucket.
enormous metal jaws. In a single visceral instant, the bucket's life came to an end, as it was crushed
No!
violently to death.
The bucket! Huh.
It was a shame, the death of such a magnificent bucket. It's true that
No,
all buckets are ragant in
the
their own
bucket's
way,
gone.
But this one stood above
Rip the bucket.
rest.
It's
It was
gone.
a glorious bucket to behold.
Look. Behold the bucket. The bucket you consider the grand exhibit. You're standing at the precipice of knowledge. Oh, the precipice of knowledge. The precipice of knowledge.
Can you see how arrogant it was for Stanley to take a bucket like this and to claim it for his own? Can you see the hubris that blinded him? Can you see that the bucket is far more noble than Stanley will ever be in his short life?
Inferno bucket. This is a bucket museum.
No man can own a bucket, and certainly not a bucket as dazzling to behold as this one. It is man who should
hanging
kneel
bucket.
before the bucket.
He symbolizes the necessary relationship between bucket and humanity. However clear our grasp of the bucket may be, there is yet more that is always out of reach. This distance is inevitably for our own good. I could probably reach it. Oh, I read. What? The joke there was that I was gonna fall and die, but
There is something we can do. Something we can do together, you and I, that will right this terrible wrong. Let Stanley die. Let him
What?
be crushed by
No.
the machine. Don't reset the game. Don't give him another opportunity to run off with another beautiful bucket. We can save the world's buckets from their treatment as tools and implements if only we let Stanley die together. The bucket shall take its place as ruler, as leader, as
Yep.
commander of a new
Red
world,
bucket.
a new vision.
and then Stanley died. Don't L me. That was an ending. Dead. Okay. Oh, the phone, right.
Hello. This is a recorded message scheduled either by you or a person in your place of work. The purpose of this message is to warn you about the dangers of recorded messages. If at any time you believe you are listening to a recorded message, please terminate it immediately and cease all flow of information from the recorded message into your perceptual sphere.
I'm good.
Thank you, and have a pleasant day.
I'm good. We're gonna leave the bucket. We don't need the bucket. We never needed the bucket. Wait, something about 416. Right, there was something behind 416's door. Right? Wasn't there something about information about the... Huh. Bucket? Fine. Fine, we'll take the bucket with us. I got called out on it before, but
The
fine.
confusion and the chaos all seemed to melt away.
That's the new
as
content
Stanley
door.
embraced the bucket.
Oh! Oh, that's clever then.
Stanley clutched the bucket
Alright.
tightly to his chest.
Going down the
and
lift.
entered. This was not the correct way to the meeting room, but Stanley had felt the bucket calling to him, telling him that the employee lounge was simply the place to be. And here it was. Had the bucket turned out to be correct? Was it no? Never mind.
The bucket was wrong.
Stanley took the door on his left to go back to the meeting room.
No,
Said the bucket.
don't go to the meeting room. Go somewhere else. The cargo lift, yes. Good.
Said the bucket.
Now ride the lift all the way to the top. There's something up there I need you to do.
Ramp?
Stanley did not question why or how this bucket was
What do you
speaking
mean,
to
ramp?
him. It should have alarmed him, of course, because buckets can't talk. But Stanley chose not to think about this obvious fact.
We have to
He
get.
was
We're
firmly
getting
convinced that the
no.
bucket
What do you
had
mean?
spoken to him, and he unthinkingly
ramp!
did
Shoot!
whatever the bucket asked.
All right. Well, let's get one and then get the other, I guess, because I screwed up. I thought the room with the boxes was up there. But no. We'll get this one and then we'll get the other one. All right. Red and blue doors. Red and blue doors. Red and blue doors.
No, stop. Look there on the wall. You see, there's a sign right there. It says, "No buckets past this
No!
point." Stanley, how could you think it was okay to bring
I
a bucket here?
I don't know what I was
Unless-
thinking.
What if the problem is that you actually don't know what is a bucket and what isn't a bucket? I suppose that would explain a lot about your behavior up to this point. Which, if that's true, well, my goodness, I think we have to do something about it. This misunderstanding could have dire
I need the collectibles. I need the
consequences
collectibles.
on
The
the entire rest of
collectible,
the game
collectible,
if not
collectible,
addressed
collectible,
quickly
collectible,
and
collectible.
So much of the impact of the
Shoot.
story is dependent on your understanding
game
of
show?
what is
Game
and
show?
isn't a bucket. Please, step in here for a moment.
Game show?
Now then, I'm going to run you through some test scenarios, and you'll tell me whether or not the thing I'm showing you is a bucket. Simple enough, right?
I like
this.
this.
Should tell us everything we'll ever need to know about what is or is not a bucket. Okay, let's begin. Item 1. Is this a bucket?
Nah.
Correct. It is a hologram
What?
of a bucket, not an actual bucket.
What?
Item 2. Is this a bucket?
No.
Correct.
What?
It is a 3D printed recreation of a bucket, not an actual bucket.
I'm confused. I don't think I know what a bucket is anymore. I was just doing this for the gag and it
Item
didn't.
3. Is this a bucket?
I don't know anymore. What?
Incorrect. This is a bucket.
What?
Item 4. Is this a bucket?
Hell yeah.
Are you hallucinating? This is a tractor. It's an enormous machine that tills the earth. I thought this was a gimmick. How on earth did you manage to screw it up? Absolutely incredible. Let's just
I was
move
trying
on
to
the
fail
next
for
one.
the gag, but like buckets are
Is this a bucket?
yeah.
Correct. This is a bucket.
What?
Item 6. Is this a bucket?
No.
Trick question. Both. Gotcha.
What? How? I my brain
Item. Wait, hold on. I can't find the next
my
one.
brain
Let me see,
is
it should be around
melting
here somewhere.
through my eyes and everything is buckets.
Okay, you and I both know there isn't anything here. And I don't appreciate the implication that nothing is a bucket when we both clearly know that a bucket is something, and therefore nothing could possibly be something. Unless, in your twisted mind, have you somehow convinced yourself that a bucket is nothing? Answer me straight, Stanley. Do you believe that nothing is a bucket?
Yeah.
You know what? I'm too confused to even sort it out. I've lost all sense of perspective. What is a bucket? What isn't a bucket? Mere moments ago, I could answer these questions with
All right,
confidence.
now I want to go back through here and
Now
do
I'm
everything
somewhat
right
adrift.
and everything
Do
wrong.
any of us know what a bucket is? Am I a bucket?
Yes. We're all
Stanley,
buckets
I
in the
can't
greater
keep
scheme of
doing
things.
this. I'm losing myself, and myself was all I ever had to begin with. I'm afraid the bucket is threatening to tear our relationship apart. I can't have that. I'm sorry.
What?
But I'm going to erase all buckets from
No,
the
the
game
buckets!
entirely. Okay, here we go.
Oh, everything was a bucket.
What happened? Is everything gone? Why did everything disappear? Wait, was everything a bucket?
Everything
Every single thing in the
is a
game was
bucket.
a bucket. Oh my God, I had no idea. How could... Except me. I'm not a bucket after all. And you, Stanley, you're still here. You're not a bucket either.
I knew it.
Oh, this is wonderful news. We're not buckets. Yes, I actually feel much more at ease right now. It's delightful to get some clarity on that issue, but it doesn't change
I
the
too
fact
am incredibly
that we
delighted that
haven't got
I
a
am
game.
not, in fact,
So,
a bucket.
tell you what, I'll reset everything and we'll put back all of the buckets, okay? And we'll know that it's all a bucket. But if you run into anyone else, maybe don't mention that. Who knows what that information might do to a person? All right, here we go.
Everything is a bucket. Alright. We didn't get 2 doors, so we can go
All
back.
his co-workers were
We're not gonna
gone.
bring the bucket.
What could it mean?
Because,
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room.
we gotta get all the
Perhaps he'd
collectibles, and then we gotta see
simply
what
missed a memo.
happens when we get all the collectibles. Because something has to happen Something must happen. This is different-ish.
When Stanley came to
Okay.
a set of 2 open doors, this was not the correct way to
Apparently,
the meeting room, and Stanley knew
there is
it
a meeting
perfectly
room.
well. Perhaps he wanted
Or
to
not a
stop by
meeting
the
room, a ramp.
employee lounge first, just to admire it. Wow. Yes, this room.
This room.
But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first
I
open
think
door on
casual
his
is a
left.
bucket. You know what? Oh, the sequel is now paused. Hold on. Hold on. You know what? Just for that, I'm going to reveal something kind of personal. I have to figure out if I can actually do this real quick. So hold on. This is a really long gag. But hear me out. He's the box is next to the path. Yeah, all right. Well, I didn't want it to have to come to this, but I have something to confess to you all. Let me go ahead and pull this up. This is my face cam. I have been a bucket this entire time. This is real. I've been trying to hide it from you all, but I am in fact a bucket. This is who I am. You've been watching a bucket the entire time. I never wanted to have it come to this, but I am a bucket. I'm gonna I am the bucket. I'm gonna stick my quote unquote face cam over there. We're gonna get back to the Stanley Parable. I'm sorry, I
Stanley
just
was
didn't
so
want you to
bad
know
at
that I was a
following
bucket.
directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years
Oh,
ago.
ramp, gotcha. Collectible.
You're getting close now, Stanley. You've nearly gotten all of the Figler and Marines.
The
You'll
figure
collect
and
the last one,
Marines.
and then the first number will equal the second number, and that will be it.
Yeah.
We'll be different people by then. Different in the sense that we used to have none of them, and now we have them all. You can't go back to when you had no Figler and Marines. None of us can.
All right, let's go get the last one. The last Figler and Marine. Or we can make an Among Us reference. What the heck is this place?
Stanley had now gotten himself so far off the beaten path that it seemed the office had begun. So far off the beaten path that it seemed the office had begun. So far off the beaten path that it seemed the office had begun. So far off the beaten path that it.
Huh.
You didn't think I was actually just a recording, did
Oh.
you? What a silly and trite explanation that would be. All the back and forth between you and me, all the absurd adventures we've been through, and it all turns out I'm just a tape recording?
Yeah.
It was all just in Stanley's head. I bet that's the kind of twist you think is revelatory. I bet each and every time you watch a movie where it turns out all to be in the main character's imagination, you must absolutely bolt off the couch in pure shock at the phenomenal and intricate storytelling. It must be so simple to be you.
Everything
Life
is simple
being
to
an
be me.
unending
I am a
waterfall of
bucket.
surprises and delights. How much more exciting you must find the world than the rest of us do. Now I've become sad. Look what you've done to me. This is all
Oh,
your
I'm
fault.
sorry. We can go to the happy room if you want.
All of his co-workers were... Wait, no. This isn't the right office, is it?
Is it?
Is this Stanley's office?
Figure Finders Committee meeting today in the meeting room. Is this my office? We can't. We have to go to the. We have to go to the.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, this was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well.
Is this gonna be like?
Perhaps he wanted to
Yep,
stop
this is the way to the
employee
meeting room
lounge
because it's not
first,
Stanley's
just
office
to admire it.
or something like that.
The lounge was sublime, a work of art. But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door
All right.
on his left.
No, he did not. We gotta
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he
go
wasn't
through
5
the
years
doors,
ago.
the double doors, the 2 doors, the doors.
Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not
your
your
enemy, really, I'm not.
I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time. There's someone you've been neglecting, Stanley.
What? Really?
I was in the middle of something. Do you have zero consideration for others? Are you that convinced
you're
that
right.
I want
All right,
something
thank you.
bad to happen to you? Why? I don't know how to convince you of this, but I really do want to tell you, to show you something beautiful. Look, let me prove it. Let me prove that I'm on your
Look,
side.
the last Figgler and Loreen.
And there it is. The last...
The Stiggly Wiggly.
Savor this moment, Stanley. This is a real accomplishment. This is doing something just for the sake of
The
doing
new
it.
content.
Where so many people expect to be rewarded for the most trivial achievements, you've insisted that a job well done is its own reward. I would tell you that I'm proud of you for
Lag?
collecting them all, but that would be like a reward, and we can't have that. So,
Oh.
instead I'll just say
There is no lag.
it's done. We're all done here.
It's all done.
And now we can go to whatever the hell you were doing before you hunted for figurines.
Yeah.
Now listen carefully, this is important. Stanley walked through the red door.
No, he did not. Okay. What have we not done yet? There's gotta be, like, at least one more. I'm gonna look at the achievements and see if there's one that gives us a hint. So real quick, I'm pulling up the Steam overlay. There's speedrun. Complete the Stanley Parable under 44 minutes, 22 seconds, not including load times. So we could do that. Let's speedrun the Stanley Parable. Uninstalling the game and reinstalling it because the secret ending where he gets mad when you come back. I'll do that at some point, definitely.
Stanley, I'm sorry, but I have to put a pause on things. It's those figurines.
But-
those
I
figures.
was gonna
I
go
haven't stopped
speedrunning.
thinking about them since you nabbed every last one. Wasn't it just the most intrinsically fulfilling moment of your entire life? Didn't it fill you to the brim with inner richness? Yes, I know we're supposed to be telling a story,
But-
won't you please indulge me with one more trip back to the memory zone? I would love nothing more than to revisit the figurines.
Okay.
Just one more time.
Just one more time. But I was gonna speedrun. Now remembering when Stanley found the collectibles. Never mind, I guess we're doing this now. Speedrun is canceled. No more speedrun.
Here's where it all began. The first collectible. Back then, we had no idea of how many of them we'd find. Sure, it said 6 right there on the screen, but how could we know for certain?
They
We
collect
were
it
so
again.
innocent. We'll never be like that again,
7
Stanley.
out. Oh. 7 out of 6. Red room.
And here was a second Stanley. I'll be honest, back then I had no faith in you to find any of them, let alone 6. But you continue to surprise me in all sorts of mundane, unremarkable ways.
Ah. Boss's bathroom, boss's
Okay,
office.
let's do a little quiz. Which of these rooms was the room you found your third mini Stan? Can you remember?
Boss bathroom.
Hey, that's exactly right. It was here in the boss's bathroom. It was the third
Yeah.
one. You picked it up, and then after that, you had 3 of them.
Yeah.
I'm glad these moments are so crystal clear in your memory.
Yeah, it's not
that
like I
shouldn't
did
be
just like
surprised.
45
After
minutes
all,
ago
science
or anything.
tells us that it's impossible to forget your third time doing anything.
Well, I wouldn't say
Let's see,
so
what
much.
came next? Oh yes, we found a Figley in this pink room. Oh, well, I can't actually say I remember being in this room, but it's here in the memory zone, so it must have happened.
Yeah, it must have happened. 10 figurines, Stiggly Wiggly Stanlerans. Stan Dan the Mans.
This was the 5th mini Stan, and this one was really something special. It was in the warehouse. I remember it so clearly.
I like
In
this.
fact, because this one is particularly special to me, I made a little video to commemorate
Wait.
the occasion. Enjoy.
Oh, I like it. Oh my gosh. Dude, that's... Oh my gosh. Yeah! Woo! We got it! You found it near the cargo lift! Dude, it's funny because I made this joke in my casual backtracking video at one point, but like, Basta Boy. Oh my gosh.
Takes you back, doesn't it?
Oh, that
I
was
spent
awesome.
a lot of time making that video, but it was 8 minutes I wouldn't have spent on anything else.
Oh man. I couldn't have done anything better myself. Like, not even the Mario Party video comes close to that level of editing.
And then, Stanley, then we came to the last collectible, the final figurine, right here by the red and blue doors. This memory is the most distinct and clear in my mind, perhaps because it was the one that happened more recently than all the others. Who can truly say how the mind works? All I know is that this is the moment where you picked up a Figley and I thought to myself, yes, that's all of them.
That's
They're
all of them.
all collected. It was a moment unlike any other.
Mm-hmm.
Except for the other moments picking up figurines, which it was exactly like.
Yep. I thought for a minute it was me like, if you go through the blue door, it changes like the color of the walls to blue.
And then there was no more, because we've caught up to the present moment. Nothing left to do but move onward into the future. Goodbye, memory zone.
Oh, goodbye, memory zone. Alright, ready? We're gonna actually speedrun this time.
No, I'm not done.
Come on,
I'm not
man.
ready to move on. Stop the loading screen. Isn't there some way we can stay here, keep enjoying these figurines? Let's just go backwards. We'll do the memory zone
jeez.
again from the opposite direction. See how that feels.
But I wanted to... Yeah, okay, fine. Can I pick up more collectibles?
Okay, yes. The room
Oh, jeez.
with the red and blue doors. I remember this. I must say, of all the figurines we looked
Imagine
at
trying to
in
play
our
the game.
initial tour of the
Yeah,
memory
could you
zone,
imagine?
This one is the most distinct and clear in my mind. Let's keep going. I want more. And here's where I made that video. Don't you remember the video?
Yeah, let's watch it again. Yeah!
Yes, I love that video.
I love that video. Dude, that was the best video. And it was the pink room, right?
Still don't remember the pink room, Stanley. Still no memory of this one. Good room, though. A solid room.
Yes, very pink. Jeez, this is...
These really were a treat to hunt down. You know, if there had been any kind of reward for finding all of these, it really would have muted the intrinsic joy of collecting them. I'm very glad we resisted the temptation. Next one.
My gosh. Hear me out. Aw. Worth a shot. Imagine we get 19 out of 6 collectibles.
This was our second Figley. Don't you remember? Yes, I remember it too. The past is truly a wonderful thing. Why does anyone ever choose to leave it? Keep going.
I don't wanna. I want a speed run.
This is it. The very first one we found in the exhibit where I introduced you to the figlarines. Oh, I want more memories, Stanley. I want to keep going.
No.
What else is there? What came before this?
Oh, geez, we're here now. Jump circle. Oh my gosh.
Look, it's the terrible new content that we were originally sold on. I remember hating it back then, but time does put a rosy filter on everything. In fact, I dare say I'm actually quite fond of it now.
Oh, yes. The 2 doors. Who could have forgotten that? A classic memory. This
Oh my
one.
gosh.
And before everything else, there was your office.
Alright, we're done here?
Is there anything else? Was there something that came before your office? There's something I feel I can remember. I can remember.
I swear, if he plays the intro cutscene.
Yes, I'm remembering something now. I
He's-
remember before this whole
Oh my
story got
gosh.
started.
I
Back
wa-
then I was different. I used to make big decisions. I was passionate. I was skeptical. I weighed each decision with profound thoughtfulness. And then somewhere along the way, I stopped making decisions. I became lazy, and I came up with a character named Stanley to do my thinking for me. He would make the decisions, he would decide which way to go. I would cheer him on as he collected figurines for no reason. Why did I invent Stanley?
I'm just trying to...
Was I lonely? Yes, perhaps that's it. Perhaps I needed to imagine I had companionship. And Stanley really
I'm just
did
trying
make
to
for a
speedrun,
wonderful
man.
companion, even if he was a fiction. But I suppose it's grown old. I want to think for myself again.
Is he gonna delete me?
I want to go back to how it used to be. Yes, I can be on my own again. I can do it. I'll be stronger this time. I'll take care of myself. I don't need Stanley anymore.
No, you
Oh,
need Stanley.
But he truly was so much fun to play with. You know what? Since we're in the memory zone, how about one more good memory? Let's go back just once and give Stanley one more run of the office, and then I'll retire him for good.
Oh.
I did enjoy telling his story so very much. Okay, here we go. This is the story of a man named Stanley.
Why does that feel poetic? Alright, anyways. Alright, speed run. We ain't taking the bucket.
When Stanley
Left.
came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Meeting room.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss. Coming to a staircase,
2845
Stanley
is the
walked
code, right?
upstairs to his boss's office. Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Stanley
Yes.
was in such a rush to get through the story as quickly as possible.
Yes, he was.
He didn't even have a single minute to just let the narrator talk. That kind of anxiety
Oh,
isn't
right, he
healthy.
does this.
So he relaxed for a few moments
Shoot.
with some calming new age music.
I've been trying to speed run for the past 15 minutes. Can you just open the fireplace now?
Feeling soothed and
Go,
rejuvenated,
go, 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 go,
Stanley
go, go.
calmly
Open,
walked
open,
forward
open.
into the opened passageway.
Jeez. Alright. It's not counting loading times, so that's good at least. Alright.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read
Mind Control Facility. Yes, he most certainly did.
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself. Did he have the strength to find out?
Alright. I don't know if this is gonna work.
Now the monitors jumped.
I don't know if this is gonna have the
Their true
right
nature
amount of
revealed.
time.
Each bore the number of an employee in the building, Stanley's co-workers. The lives of so many individuals reduced to images on a screen, and Stanley, one of them, eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing.
Alright.
This mind control facility, it was too horrible.
I don't know if
to
this is gonna be the
believe it
last one we
couldn't
do,
be
but it's gonna be
true. Had Stanley really been under
I can't
someone's
tell if there's any
control
more
this
after
time?
this.
Was this the only reason he was happy with his boring job?
He said
That
he's gonna
his
retire
emotions
Stanley, so I
had
feel
been
like that would be pretty
manipulated
poetic to end
accept
there.
it blindly?
But
No.
okay, the game lagged
He
for me there.
refused to believe it. He couldn't accept
that was
it.
interesting.
His own life in someone else's control? Never. It was unthinkable, wasn't it? Was it even possible? Had he truly spent his entire life utterly
You know what I forgot
blind
how to
the
unlock?
world?
Dog mode.
But here was the proof.
Wonder where that was.
The heart of the operation.
You haven't even seen the
Controls
adventure
labeled
line?
with emotions. Happy.
There's an
or
adventure
sad,
line?
Or content. Walking, eating, working. All of it monitored and commanded from this.
Oh,
very
that must be
place.
past Rocket
And as
League.
the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided.
No? Not the Rocket League one?
Blackness and a rising chill of uncertainty. Was it over? Yes. He had won.
Just
He
do
had
the
defeated
bad,
the machine.
and he will give you it?
Unshackled himself from someone else's command. Freedom was mere moments away. And yet, even as the immense door slowly opened, Stanley reflected on how many puzzles still lay unsolved. Where had his co-workers gone? How had he been freed
what
from
constitutes
the
the
machine's
bad?
grasp?
Just not doing what he
other
says?
mysteries did this strange building hold? But as sunlight streamed into the chamber, he realized none of this mattered to him, for it was not knowledge or even power that he had been seeking, but happiness.
Okay.
Perhaps his goal had not been to understand, but to let go. No longer would anyone tell him where to go, what to do, or how to feel.
Sounds
Whatever
like this, I
life
wish I had
he
the ability to
lives,
jump.
It will be his. And that was all he needed to know. It was perhaps the only thing worth knowing. Stanley stepped through the open door. Stanley felt the cool
Alright.
breeze upon
Let's
his
see if that
skin,
counts.
the feeling of liberation, the immense possibility of the new path before him. This was exactly the way, right now, that things were meant to happen. And Stanley was happy.
Like how there's just a bucket on screen for everyone else. Alright. The end is never the end, is never the end, is never the end, is never the end. I didn't get an achievement, so I don't think it counted. Epic. Alright. Just do the bad. Alright, let's do the bad. Opposite of what he says. Hey! Don't do that! Not the carpet!
When Stanley came to a set of two open doors, this was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. Standing now in this incredible room, Stanley but eager to get back to business,
Stanley
Stanley
understood
took the
true
first
happiness
open
in the
door on
waiting
his
room.
left. Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
Alright, we go through the blue door 3 times.
Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off
I really
on
like
the wrong
the
foot.
first ending I got
I'm
was
not your
fall to your
enemy,
death
really.
in loading dock B.
I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time. This what? Really? I was in the middle of something. Do you have zero consideration
Danger.
for others?
Danger
Are you
everywhere.
that convinced that I want something
I like
bad to happen to you? Why? I don't know how to convince you of this, but I really do want to help you, to show you something beautiful. Look, let me prove it. Let me prove that I'm on your side. Give me a chance. Now listen carefully, this is important. Stanley walked
through the red door. Ah, yes, the red door.
Aha, perhaps you misunderstood. Stanley walked through the red door.
I misunderstand
still don't think
nothing.
we're communicating properly. All right, fine, go ahead, Stanley. You want to know so badly what's out there? You want to find out what lies at the end of this road you've chosen? Well, don't let me stop you. Do you see? There's
Ah,
nothing
yes,
here.
okay.
I haven't even finished building this section of the map because you were never supposed to be
So it
here in
is
the
at
first
the end of the
place.
Rocket. It
Broken
is doing the
rooms,
Rocket League
exposed
thing.
Developer textures. Is this what you had wanted? Was it worth ruining the entire story?
So you did the
I'd written
Firewatch
out
and the Rocket League stuff.
specifically
Just
for you?
don't fall in the hole.
Do you not think I put a lot of time into that? Because I did. And in the
You don't
end,
know
it
if
was
this is
all
it?
for nothing. Because this is what you wanted to see. Help me here, Stanley. Help elucidate these strange and unknowable desires.
Well, I know it
of
does
yours.
Firewatch and then it
What
does
would
Rocket
have
League, and then
made
we
this
just
game
we
better?
left Rocket
What
League.
did you want to see? Vehicles? Skill trees?
But
Work with
we
me.
cut
You've
Rocket
given me
League short,
absolutely
so
nothing so far. Tell you what. Let me take a stab in the dark at a new design, and you can give me some feedback. There we go. A third option. This already
Wait.
feels leaps ahead of where we
This
were
right here.
before.
This might be it.
Go ahead, Stanley. Take it for a spin.
Is it going down not the new content door? I'm curious. Oh.
Okay, I'm going to stop you there. Now, tell me about your experience with this new version. Would you say that the game benefited from allowing you more choices? Feel free to be honest.
Hey.
I'm looking for some real critical feedback here. A 1? I mean, I can understand if you had reservations, you saw ways the game could be improved to more fully express itself mechanically and artistically, but a 1? That's
No,
not
you
even
need to
helpful.
go to the
What
lift
am I
if you
supposed
listen
to
to
do with
him
that?
after skipping 2 doors in the next
I
one.
guess it isn't my place to judge. Here, based on the data from your previous playthrough, I've compiled a new version. And to be perfectly candid, I think I've knocked it out of the park with this one. Let's take a look.
Alright, and here's... Ah.
Now, would you say that competitive leaderboard helped you feel motivated to keep walking through doors? Again, honest answers, please.
Am I trapped in this room? Did I... I'm not pressing any buttons. Restart. I'm stuck moving forward. I'm gonna be right back. I'm gonna let my cat out of my room real quick because he's being whiny about it. Hold on. Alright, guarantee 5 minutes from now he's gonna come back and he's gonna be like, let me in. Alright. Restart. Oh.
All of his co-workers were gone.
Okay, seriously,
What could it
I'm
mean?
not holding
Stanley
forward.
decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed
I'm
a
just
memo.
walking. I don't have to hold W at all. Restart and go his way
When
after
Stanley
2 doors.
came to a set of 2 open doors. This was not the correct
And there will
way
be a
to
lift.
the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly
Go down
well.
it to get the ending. Okay.
Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee
I
lounge first.
am
just
not
to
joking.
admire
I
it.
am not holding W right now.
Stanley felt lightheaded, butterflies in his stomach, but eager to get back to business. Stanley took the first open door.
I don't know
on
what
his
that door
left.
did to my keyboard, but it wasn't anything good.
Stanley was so bad at following directions.
I wanna see how
it's
long I can keep
incredible
this going
he
for.
wasn't fired years ago. Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about
Sorry about the
nothing but
disorientation,
you
I'm trying
all
to...
this time. What?
Yes.
Really? I was in the middle of something. Do you have zero consideration for others?
Wait, I
Are
did
you
an oops
that
and I'm
convinced
tired?
that I want something bad to happen to you? Why?
So you're wrong
I
or
don't know
you're
how to
right?
convince you of this, but I really do want to help you, to show you something beautiful. Look, let me prove it. Let me prove that I'm on your side. Give me a chance.
I literally am not able
Now
to
listen carefully,
let go.
this is important.
Walk.
Stanley walked through the red door.
So... Oh.
Aha, perhaps you misunderstood. Stanley walked through the red door. I still don't think we're communicating properly. Oh, thank God you are willing to listen to me. Do you see that I really have wanted you to be happy?
Yeah,
because
this is the happy
The
room.
problem is all these choices.
I have to fix the keyboard.
Two of us always trying to get somewhere that isn't here.
Alright, after the break room, then.
How long was I sitting there? Stanley wondered to himself. Minutes? Days? Centuries? Did something crucial happen while my senses were turned? He made a
You have
note
to
be
listen
more
after the
careful
break
with
room.
Time from now on. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, this was not the correct way to the meeting room.
I
and Stanley
don't know
knew
what
it
to do about
perfectly
the
well.
W thing.
Perhaps he
Yeah,
wanted
I
to stop by the employee
can-
lounge first, just to
I
admire
don't
it.
know how I can prove it without turning
The
on the face
lounge
cam
was
that I really
grand,
don't want to turn on.
majestic.
I'm not
Perhaps,
holding
but
W
eager
and
to
he's
get
still
back
moving
to
forward.
business, Stanley took the first open door on his left. And so he detoured through the maintenance section, walked straight ahead to
Click
the
S?
opposite
No,
door,
not even that.
and got back on track.
No, I'm still... Alright, but I found the lift, though.
But Stanley didn't want to go back to the office. He wanted to wander about and get even further off track. So now in order to get back, he needed to go, from here it's, left.
Left. Unplug your... Yeah.
Oh, no.
What?
No, it's to the right, my mistake.
I actually unplugged my keyboard. What the heck?
No, not the right. Why would I have ever said
What?
it was to the right? What was I thinking? It's clearly... Oh dear, would you hold on for a minute, please?
Um...
Now, let's see. We went down right, left, down, left, right. Yep.
What on
okay,
earth?
Okay, yes. I've got it now. This story is
Nope,
absolutely,
I
definitely
tabbing out didn't work.
this way. No. This isn't right at all. You're not supposed to be here yet. This is all a spoiler. Quick, Stanley, close your eyes.
Closing my eyes.
Okay.
Closing my eyes, but how do I
Just
let go of the
get
W
back
key?
to, who am I kidding? It's all rubbish now.
I'm gonna check
The whole
if it's just the
story completely
game.
Unusable. How about rather than...
Is it just the game? Yeah, it's just the game. The game is the only thing that's holding the W key down. Alright, J.
waste my time trying to salvage this
What
nonsense,
on earth?
We'll just restart the game from the beginning. And this time, suppose we don't wander so far off track, hmm? Okay, from the top. All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean?
How?
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. When Stanley... Wait.
What?
Wait, what? No, I restarted. I swear I definitely restarted the game over, completely fresh. Everything should be... Oh, did something change? Stanley,
I can't not
did you
move
change
forward.
anything when we were back in that room with all the monitors? Did you move the story somewhere?
Right click toggles auto walk.
Why am I asking you? I'm the one who wrote the story.
Right click toggles auto walk. Right click toggles auto walk. Right click toggles auto walk. Oh, jeez.
It was right here just a minute ago. I know for sure that it's
Oh,
here
my
somewhere.
gosh.
Okay, then. It's an adventure. Come, Stanley.
Those are
Let's
Minecraft noises.
find the story.
Alright, well, that was the adventure line. So we gotta find it, I guess. Alright, let's just pretend that the last 10 minutes didn't happen. And I know what I was doing this whole time. Can we go ahead and do that? Thanks. Oh, geez, it's just like it's just a labyrinth, isn't it?
I'll say it. This is the worst adventure I've ever been on. I can promise you there definitely was a story here before. Do we need to restart the game again? Well, I find it unlikely that we'll ever progress by starting over and over again, but it's got to be better than this. Okay, let's give it a shot. Why not?
Alright, let's take it from the top. And that's,
All of his co-workers were
and we
gone.
don't have
What
auto
did it
walk
mean?
turned on.
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room.
Until we do.
Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
And there's 18 doors now. Or no doors. There's no...
Okay, yep, it's worse.
Yeah.
I might be remembering this wrong. It's possible the story is back where we just came from.
Possibly.
Why don't we go back the other direction and see if we missed anything?
Yeah. I mean, we're missing the bucket, but... Oh. Nope. I didn't do it. What?
Aha! I knew we'd missed something. The story. Here it comes. No, wait. Never mind. Not the story. Okay, let's head back the other way and retrace our steps.
Yeah. Alright.
Now this... Well, I'll be honest. I don't recognize this place at all. Is this the story? I don't think so. I can't quite recall, but
Where's
I
the
believe
door
my
hole?
story took place in an office building. Is that correct? Do you remember, Stanley? Well, do you know what? Since I've completely
Horror end.
forgotten what we were
Shush.
supposed to be doing, how about this? You win!
I win!
Congratulations! I know you put
I
in a
did
lot of
it.
hard work, and it really paid off.
Let's
So,
go.
Good job.
That was it.
Oh no, no, I don't
Nope,
feel
no
right
horror
about this
ending.
at all. We both know you didn't put in any actual work for that win.
What do you mean? I
Some
walked through
people
doors.
win fair and square, and this was not one of those situations. Okay, I'm getting weirded out by whatever this place is. I don't care what might happen this time. I have to restart.
No jump scare though.
All right.
The adventure
I've got a
line.
solution. This time, to make sure we don't get lost, I've employed the help of the Stanley Parable Adventure Line. Just follow the line. How simple is that?
I'm going to. I'm going to deviate from the line.
No, I'm down. We're leaving it up to the line from now on.
All right. Never mind. We're follow the line.
You see? The line knows where the story is. It's over in this direction. Onward, Stanley, to destiny.
See, he
Look,
said.
here's a thought. Wouldn't wherever we end up be our destination, even if there's no story there? Or to put it another way, is the story of no destination
They're all walking a
still
wall.
a story? Simply by the act of moving forward, are we implying a journey such that a destination is inevitably conjured into being via the very manifestation of the nature of life itself? Whoa. Hang on. That got a bit weird back there. Well, I'd like to apologize. Not sure where I was going with all that. You know what? I think what we need right now is a bit of music to lighten the mood.
Yeah. Oh, this is some fun music. Hat in Time vibes. This is certainly some music. Wait, 423 peer reviews. What did employee 423 do? 432 do?
Wait, cut the music. Go back and look at that fern.
Ooh.
Stanley, this fern will be very important later in the story.
Look at that fern.
Make sure you study it closely and remember it carefully. You won't want to miss anything.
It's a nice fern. Oh, F12? Okay, we got an image of the fern. That's gonna be my new desktop background. Alright.
Wait, what? We're back at the office? No. Line, you do know we're looking for the Stanley Parable, right? The story? Is any of this ringing a bell? Oh, no, not again. Line, how could you have done this to us? And after we trusted you, after everything we've been through, you... Oh, I can't take this anymore. To hell with it. Restart.
One of them was corrupted. I didn't notice that.
You know what, Stanley? I say forget the adventure line. What's it ever done for us? We're intelligent people, right? Why can't we make up
I
our
walked
own
against the
story?
printer and I was like,
Something
oh,
exciting,
something's happening. But it was just me
daring,
walking against the
mysterious.
printer.
Ooh, this all sounds perfectly doable. Why don't we simply start wandering in, well, I don't know. How about this direction?
Ooh, this direction. This is new.
Now, yes, this is exciting. Just me and Stanley forging
Dang,
a new
437's
path, a new
office
story. Well, it
sucks.
could be anything. What do you want our story to be? Go wild. Use your imagination. Whatever it might be, Stanley, I'm ready for it.
I think there will be no...
Oh, no, not
jump
you
scares.
again.
Oh.
Stanley, I'd also like to veto the line from having any role in our awesome new story. No lines or monitor rooms. Just don't acknowledge it, and we should be fine.
I like how it looks like the line crashed through the ceiling to get into the story.
Ah, a choice. We get to make a decision. From here, the story is in our control. How important we mustn't squander the opportunity. In fact, I believe I need a minute to think here. Just walk in circles for a minute. Okay, so I know that each door has to lead somewhere, which means that
Confusion.
somewhere, the place where
What do you
we're
mean
trying to
confusion?
go,
Just-
there must be a reverse door that leads here. And that in turn means that our destination corresponds
reverse.
with the counter-inverted reverse door's origin. So starting from the right, let us ask, will taking the right door lead us to where we're going? And since the answer is clearly yes, then by all accounts, the door on the right is the correct one. Another victory for logic. Come, Stanley.
I only heard half
Our
of what he said.
destiny awaits. Oh, hold up, what's this?
Oh, confusion. I get it.
Confusion ending. You're telling me that's what this is? It's all one giant ending? And we're supposed to restart the game, what, eight times?
Find the line again. Begin following the line.
That's really how all this
Attempt to make up a
ends?
story here. Narrator
It's
restarts
all
the game.
Determined? So now, according to the schedule, I restart
There's-
again. Then what? Am I just supposed to forget? Well, what if I don't want
Nonsense
to
philosophy
forget?
music return to the monitor room.
My mind goes
Fill the line
blank
again.
simply because it's
Unable to
written
go anywhere.
here
Do
on
anything.
this-
Game restarts on
this
its own. Find the line again.
thing.
Begin the following.
Wall.
Diminish the replica of the office.
Well,
To make up a
who
story here.
consulted me? Why don't I get to decide? Why don't I get a say in all of this?
Narrator is
it
gone after a
really-
long time. Stanley dies.
No, it can't be. I don't want it to be. I don't want the game
Find
to
a
keep
bookstore,
restarting.
get
I don't
bored
want to
and
forget
leave.
what's going on. I don't want to be trapped like this. I won't restart the game. I won't do it. I won't do it. I won't do it. And the timer stopped? Does that mean, did we do it? Did we break the cycle? The, whatever it is that made this schedule? How would we even know? Will someone come for us? Will something happen? So, okay.
Um,
I guess now we just wait. You know, I suppose in some way that this is a kind of story, wouldn't you agree? I'm not quite sure if we're in the destination or the journey, though they're always saying that life is about the journey and not the destination. So I hope that's where we are right now. We'll find out, won't we? Eventually. Well, in the meantime, if you...
whoa. The hell? You promised no jump scare.
Already this was uncomfortable.
Yeah.
And Stanley decided that as soon as he found a new space he felt safe in, that he would never leave it again in his life.
I agree. Let's go to the break room.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Was that the end of the ending? Because we've been playing for a while, so if that's the ending, then I'm going to probably call it. Curious. Yes? Alright. I think that's a good place to end. We did pretty much all the endings I could think of, and there's nothing much else that I can think of. So we're gonna go ahead and end stream there. So thank you for those who came to the stream, and thank you for those watching in the future. This has been the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe 2, or whichever one it is. So yeah. Bye. Alright, see you turn. Good having you on stream. So Sunday, you bring the what to Poland? I'm very confused by that statement. Anyways, Sunday, I might be streaming. Are you going to stream D&D? Probably not. Probably not the session that the Out of Context server is doing. But Sunday, we're going to stream the Ocarina of Time randomizer again. And that'll be fun, because I haven't done that in a little while, because I've been wanting to. So, that's going to be fun. And then, next Wednesday, we might come back to this. I'm not sure if there's anything else to do. And if there isn't, we will do whatever wins the community input poll on the Discord. By the way, if you haven't joined the Discord, and you're in the stream for the last 3 seconds, which I don't know why, but, like, here's the link for the Discord, just for covering my bases. The winner looks to be the Subspace Emissary Nuzlocke. I'll leave it up for, like, a few more, like, days, and we'll see if that wins. And if it wins, sick! We get to do the Subspace Emissary Nuzlocke again, since we haven't done that since the Twitch era. So yeah. Current game plan. Sunday will be the Ocarina of Time Nuzlocke, or Sunday will be the Ocarina of Time randomizer again. Next Wednesday will probably be the Subspace Emissary Nuzlocke. We will not lose Kirby, hopefully. And I have a video that is almost done and will be posted this Friday. Promise. Like, I actually have content, I promise. Alright, and then that's about it. I will go ahead and see you soonish. Thank you for watching the stream, and in the meantime, farewell.